Before we start this, I want to welcome all my viewers to episode 304. Now let's get this audit started.
What is the freakiest thing that you've ever done?
I feel like the freakiest thing I've ever done was this one time I wanted to go to Hollover, which is like a naked beach, right? And and I had nobody to go with, so I got an Uber to go, and I asked him if he wanted to come with me and how much it would be to turn off his Uber app and come to the beach with me. And he actually did it. He's like $200. I was like, bet. And I cashed out him $200. And he came to the beach with me.
What?
Yeah.
To the nude beach?
Yeah. And we both got naked and we had an amazing day together.
Did you guys end up smashing?
Okay, I guess she got her money's worth on that Uber ride, or should I say she got plenty of rides. The not so crazy thing is I actually can believe this may have happened. I have friends who drove for Uber and Lyft who have told me similar stories, not so much of the girl paying for the smashing, but there are women like her who have invited the drivers for, let's say, extra fun?
Oh, behave.
Now, I am not slut shaming here, but even my female viewers would agree what she did can be considered a bit risky. I know someone out there will argue she was acting upon a fantasy that several women share, but I argue that some fantasies are not worth the risk. Hey, by all means, get your freak on. Just be careful next time. Before we move on, I want to bring attention to the fact that 79% of my viewers are not subscribed to my channel. Come on, fam. You've seen my logo on other channels, and you're already here. Please hit that subscribe button and support the channel. It really helps out. Moving on.
I slept with, it was like 10 minutes, right?
So it has been decided by millions of women that if he cannot get you off, he no longer counts in your body count. It doesn't matter if it was 10 minutes, like your situation. It doesn't matter if it was an hour. If you don't finish, he doesn't count.
That was the plan. Not a great plan.
And the sad thing is, way too many carousel riding queens out there believe this crap. Even worse, there are these body snatcher type women who will not count a guy if they used a condom. Doesn't count. He didn't finish. Doesn't count. She was tipsy. Doesn't count. He only came in through the back door. Doesn't count. He wasn't cute. She just needed a quickie. Does not count. And then women claim men are the liars. It's official that way too many queens act like their roast beef smashings are somehow part of an unofficial stat score somewhere never to be seen.
Him, her, him, bodies!
Moving on.
What is one thing that you love when a guy tells you?
Men are always telling me that I'm for the streets, and I don't really understand what that means, but I kind of like it. I think it sounds cute.
They tell you that you're for the streets and you like it?
I mean, I like being outside. I love being outside, and I don't know, like, men will tell me, like, I belong to the streets, and I'm like, it feels kind of cute.
I don't know if being for the streets is a good thing.
You don't
Is
think
it?
so? I mean, I've never been bothered by it. Or one time this guy called me a treesh, and I didn't know what that meant either, but I thought that was cute, too, so.
Wait, what's a treesh? I don't even know what that is.
It sounded like a cute little nickname, like, you know how, like, you know, you call your girlfriend, like, Stink or Big Head? This guy was like, you little treesh. And I was like, aw.
Oh.
I know, I thought it was cute.
That is kind of cute. I like that.
Right? I think
I've
so,
never
too.
been called that yet.
Maybe I'll call my next boyfriend that.
Okay, somehow this queen thinks that being for the streets is some kind of badge of honor. I don't know if she was being serious or not. If she was being serious, chances are she probably thinks getting hit with a money shot is someone throwing a roll of quarters at you.
Come on now, dawg. Come on, man.
Either way, the fact she is an adult industry worker is in line with this kind of thought process, if we can call it that. Oh well, with 50 years of womenist empowerment, and here women are making loads of adult porn content and lonely fans accounts. So stunning and brave. I have to ask my female viewers, do you honestly think this is better than traditional roles of being a housewife with a few regrets to take care of and a man who sacrifices to take care of you? I mean, it has to be better than being in a job where your knees are going to be constantly scraped as you slobber on a different sausage for every new scene. Moving on.
So I'm 31 years old, and it has only just occurred to me that for the entirety of like my 20s and like up until right now, I have been making decisions about how I look based on the male gaze. For example, I have been dyeing my hair since I was like 21 My natural colour is like this colour brown, and I've been dyeing the life out of it, and it actually looks not that bad, but in reality it is like straw. And I've really wanted to like go back to my natural colour, or like chop it into a bob. And every time I've like had those thoughts to myself, I've been like, oh, maybe I should do that. And then like this little voice in my head has been like, oh no, but like guys prefer you when you're blonde. Or like, oh no, but like guys like long hair. What's that got to do with me? So what would a man...
Devastating news. You actually make yourself attractive for men? Really? I mean, this entire time, I thought the beauty industry only existed so women can enjoy the fun of adult finger painting using their faces as a canvas. But according to this queen, there is actually a method to the madness. Wait, stop! And if she wants to know what men don't like, that's easy. Men don't want to date themselves. Why is this queen acting all shocked because she has been making herself attractive for the male gaze? It's just natural for women to want to be beautiful and admired. I mean, beauty is rewarded with the one thing women love to have: attention. And to the question, what's that got to do with you? Simple. It's better to be able to attract a man than end up a lonely cat lady asking, why don't men approach you, and where are all the good men at? Moving on.
Here's what to say to a man who cares about your body count. I saw a video the other day where a guy was asked whether he thinks body count matters than a woman he's about to date, to which he responded, if a girl is ran through, then she's for everybody else. I kind of feel like guys want girls for themselves. We care about women's body count because we want them to be all for ourselves. We don't want them to be any other guy. We want to provide for them. We want to be the man in their world. And then he went to go on and say that 0 was his ideal body count for a woman because she gotta be a virgin. I gotta take that ish and show her what it's about because she's going to be mine at the end of the day. My dearest man-child, what you're describing here is the fact that you see women as objects that you can have all for your little self. Because the reality is your concern with your body count shows how little faith you have in yourself that you'll measure up to any of the men she's been with before you. A woman who's never been with another man can't find you disappointing in or out of bed because she has no one to compare you to. And while I think it's admirable that you think you want to provide for a woman and be the man in her world, I think what you mean is that you want her to think that you're the only one who can provide for her because that's how you control her, because you're not secure enough in yourself to be with a woman who is free to leave you but chooses not to. And so in conclusion, ladies, your body count is your past, and any man preoccupied with your past has no faith in himself to make your future better. So the next time a man asks you what your body count is, tell him it's not his freaking business and leave the date as quickly as possible. Because why spend any time with a man who doesn't realize that even though your past and where you came from does matter, what matters more is what you learned from your past and where you're going next.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
Typical female shaming tactic to try and shame men into accepting her body count. You want to know what type of women try to shame men about body counts? The type that have enough bodies to rival a Chicago mortician and want that championship wedding ring even when she didn't make the playoffs. Funny how this dating coach calls men with standards a man-child while telling other women in other videos don't settle for anything less than what you deserve. Hey, Colleen, those men aren't settling for ran-through roast beef. How is that wrong? Here is a big reveal. The past matters more than you think, and this advice she is giving out will definitely keep other women single. Just because you learn from your past does not mean the men you meet have to give you a free pass on that. Hell no. I always advise everyone to investigate the person you are with because her past can definitely hurt your future. What if she is divorced and took her ex-husband for everything he had? What if she has terrible credit? What if she has a criminal record? What if she has a kid she is hiding? What if she has massive debt? What if she is in recovery? Nah, Colleen, you just stacked that BS about a mile high, and as always, accountability is a woman's... Moving on.
Does body count matter to you? And if it does, why? I think it's really important that we ask ourselves where we get the messaging around body count and it being a good thing or a bad thing, and why. In my opinion, my answer is no, but I think there's like pros to both. So when someone hasn't had a lot of experiences, it means that you get to potentially experience that with them or things with them for the first time, which can be really exciting, and it can make it feel like really just fresh and new, and it's just exciting. But if someone has had a lot of experiences, that can be really helpful because they are likely going to be more confident and more comfortable to be like, hey, do you want to try this? Or do you want to try this position or this toy? Or do you want to talk a little bit during sex or after sex about our sex? And I think that's a really big pro.
Wrong! Thanks for playing there, Colleen. That was probably the worst way to try and flip your high mileage into a positive spin. Ladies, let me tell you a not-so-secret secret. Men don't find a high body count appealing no matter how hard you try to make it look like a good thing. Women want to be with men who are experienced lovers. Men want women with low body counts. And your super advanced skills in the sheets may be fun and all, but an experienced man will basically put you in the for fun only category and not think of you as championship wife material. Hell, he may not even consider you playoff material. Let me ask you ladies a valid question. What makes any of you think the idea of you allowing a high number of men into you will make the man you want value you in any top quality way possible?
How dare you? Because it means that they are going to hopefully be able to draw things out of you that maybe you didn't know about yourself beforehand. It is so important that we don't allow ourselves to believe the messaging that we've probably received from society, which is that if someone has had a lot of situations, that they are for some reason dirty or used or whatever people will say. It's horrible. And I think as long as that person has been practicing safe practices like wearing a condom, using protection of whatever that is, whatever that looks like, and they're getting tested regularly for STIs and they are having consensual experiences with people, then there's no reason why someone having a lot of experiences is a bad thing. If anything, I think it's a pro. I think it's great.
Wait. She actually said if someone is used for smacks, they shouldn't be considered used? Wow, that 304 logic is amazing. I mean, she even thinks that getting slammed by a lot of dudes is a pro. Yeah, and somehow I think she would consider a woman with a body count in the triple digits to be someone to be admired. Ladies, let me tell you something. It's no secret that women have issues pair bonding when they have had many intimacy partners. A woman who has had many partners is more likely to be unfaithful to her man. This also brings doubt of a man's children being biologically his or not. On top of that, women are always comparing the men who have been in their lives. No man wants to be in constant competition in a woman's thoughts, especially if that chick is alpha widowed. Sorry there, Colleens, but having had too many wieners does not make you a winner.
I'm just saying, if you enjoy this audit, click on the video in the end screen for more content. If you would like to support the channel, please follow the link in the description to donate to our beer fund, or like, subscribe, and share this video on other social media platforms. If you agree or disagree with anything about this audit, please let us know in the comments. I'm going to leave this audit right here. I'll see all of you in the next episode.